Teslacam. I hope you're satisfied.
The next video shows a severe traffic collision. Viewer discretion is advised. This clip comes to us from Tacoma, Washington, where the submitter had been driving his Model 3 behind a green Dodge Durango. Suddenly, the Durango crossed the double yellow lines, slamming into a commercial truck. The submitter was the first person on scene and says it was a horrible accident. Both front doors were pinned shut because the impact caused the rear doors to jam the front doors and hold them shut. The submitter tried everything he could to get the doors open, but ultimately the responding firefighters had to use the jaws of life to open the doors so the occupants could get out. There were 2 people in the Durango, and both were taken away in an ambulance. The Pierce County Sheriff's Department posted this picture on Twitter, asking drivers to find alternative routes as they waited for a tow truck big enough to remove the damaged truck. While making this video, we discovered another recent tweet from the Pierce County Sheriff's Department, another accident at the same place on the same road. There sure seem to be a lot of accidents on this road, and the replies to this tweet suggest that people are often speeding up the hill. Please be safe out there. Kevin was traveling back home to Naples, Florida from Orlando after celebrating his mom's birthday. With him in the car was his wife and their newborn baby boy. Naturally, he was paying extra close attention to the road. Traffic started piling up ahead of them, and that's when one truck crashed into the back of another. This happened right as Kevin passed a pickup pulling a boat on a trailer. Hitting the accelerator, Kevin moved over to the median to give the pickup room to avoid the accident. JJ was driving his Model 3 southbound down an on-ramp when some cars slowed down abruptly while trying to merge. That's when the driver of a Ford Explorer rear-ended a BMW 3 Series. They were clearly not paying attention, as we can see they maintained their momentum and only applied their brakes at the last second. JJ's Tesla applied automatic emergency braking before he even had time to react. The Ford driver threw their car into reverse, almost hitting JJ's Tesla until he laid on the horn to let them know that he was right behind them. When JJ saw the Explorer trying to maneuver around the BMW, he could tell they were about to take off. He tried to follow the BMW driver to see if they were going to pull over, but they ended up chasing the Explorer down the highway, and he eventually decided not to follow them. JJ sent the footage to the California Highway Patrol and hopes they were able to catch the individual that committed the hit and run. Nicole had her 3-day-old 2021 Tesla Model 3 parked on the street in Geelong, Australia when a guy kicked the side mirror off in the middle of the night. She reported the incident to the police, and she just received the quote for a new mirror, 1,117 Australian dollars, or about 850 US dollars. Soto was driving his Model 3 when a speeding car in the far left lane hydroplaned and spun out in front of him. Soto stopped and made sure everyone was okay before offering them a copy of the Teslacam footage for their insurance claim. This clip's submitter, the Mini Guy, was waiting at an intersection in his 1-day-old Model 3. That's when his daughter started laughing and saying that the door on a BMW had opened as it rounded a bend. He pressed the record icon and they both shared a laugh afterward. He explains that his nickname, the Mini Guy, was a title he earned racing a vintage Mini Cooper S, and his Model 3 bears the license plate number of his championship-winning race car. Rami was driving to work when he was shocked to see something roll out from underneath the car in front of him. He was very relieved when he realized it was only a stuffed animal and not a real one. Mario was driving his Model 3 in Santa Clara, California when a truck in the right lane suddenly swerved, hitting a pickup in the rear wheel. Mario thinks the truck driver must have been trying to avoid the car ahead of him, which we can also see stopping. Alex from Shelton, Connecticut was leaving a shopping mall in his Model 3 when he noticed a BMW driver next to him struggling to back out from his own spot. He hit a curb multiple times while trying to pull out of the parking spot. Anyone who has heard it knows that scraping your rims is one of the worst sounds you can hear while driving. Later, he passed Alex's Tesla on the left when he was intending to take a right turn. Since he didn't have enough room to get back into the right lane, he just cut across from the left lane. Alex does want to give the BMW driver some credit though. This was the first time he had seen a BMW driver using their turn signal. Al was pulling into an Arby's drive-thru after work. The driver of an SUV was paying for their order when a man suddenly appeared between the window and the SUV. The man was clearly under the influence of something. Al stayed put and waited to see what the man would do, not wanting him to come after his own car. Al informed the manager and advised them to call the police since this happened next to a busy road and he didn't want the man to stumble into traffic and get injured. The SUV driver freaked out and drove away without their order. When the man didn't leave, Al pulled around and went inside the restaurant rather than ordering from the drive-thru. The manager called the police, but Al didn't stick around to see what happened. He ordered his food to go and went on his way. Here's another Arby's video. John was driving his Model 3 in Angola, Indiana. As he passed the entrance to an Arby's, he witnessed a driver who apparently felt a sudden hunger. Could these two videos be connected in some strange way, or is Arby's just a magnet for intoxicated people? Zaid was driving his daughter to school in Oman one morning when, all of a sudden, he saw this tree falling toward them. Initially, he thought the tree had fallen on its own somehow, but then he noticed a worker with a chainsaw who had cut it down. Zaid reported what happened to the local government, and they're investigating the incident. Maxim was at home when he got a notification on his phone that his home security camera, angled toward his Model X, had detected motion. He started watching the live feed and saw someone having a photo shoot with his car. Deciding to prank them a little, he opened up his Tesla app and honked the horn. Join the action! Head on over to the Teslacam Hub on Discord, where you can watch videos that are sent in, share videos and stories of your own, talk about your Teslas, ask questions, or just hang out.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a cyber truck? My friends all drive diesel, I must make amends.